Welcome back to my channel. Good day everyone. What I have today is how to make a baby frock, children gown. Now this children gown is a block, I call it block or pleated children gown. Now watch this video so that you can achieve something tangible. And for those of you watching my tutorial for the very first time, please subscribe to my channel, like my videos and share it as well. So to start up, here is my fabric. Now the full length of this gown is 35. I will be using 35 inches for the full length. Now the top length, that is the upper part, is 12.5 inches and the shoulder line is 12.5 inches. Then I have the bust. The bust is 28.5 inches. I have the waist, 12.5 inches. The waist, 24.5 inches for the waist. So I've already cut this fabric into two. Now the first thing I shall be doing is to take one of the pieces. I'm going to fold it into two equal parts this way. Having folded it into two equal parts, I'm going to notch. This notch is going to serve as the midpoint of the front panel of this down part. So this is my midpoint. So I'm going to take my chalk. So I'm going from that midpoint, I shall be measuring 1.5 inches, or let me make it 1/3 inches. 1/3 inches. I have it here. Then after that, I'm going to measure 2 inches as an interval. Then 3.5 inches. So that was why I make here 1/3 inches. So that this side and this side will give me 3.5 inches. So after the 3.5 inches here, I say here will be 3.5 inches. This is from the midpoint. I have 1/3 inches. After this point, I have 2 inches. This 2 inches is going to serve as an interval. Now, after that, I have 3.5 inches. As you can see, 3.5 inches from that. Then after that, I measure 2 inches. 2 inches, 3.5 inches, 2 inches, 2 inches, 3.5 inches. Then I stop there. I come to the other side, the left hand side, after the midpoint, which I notch. I will measure exactly what I have there at a start. I have 1/3 inches at a start. I'm going to measure the same 1/3 inches to the left hand side. I have it here. Then 2 inches as an interval, 3.5 inches, 2 inches, 3.5 inches, 2 inches all to the end, 3.5 inches. Okay, so exactly what I did here is what I shall be doing to the back panel. But here, this one, this piece, I'm going to divide it by 2 because of the zipper allowance. So I'm cutting it into 2 equal parts. I mean this second piece. Now, as you can see, I've slitted it into 2 equal parts, that is for the back panel. And the reason, like I said, is because of the zipper line. So to continue, I'm going to start from the left hand side is where I shall start the marking from the left hand side. So from that edge, you see they are overlap. So I want to make it at once. So I shall be measuring 3 inches from this side. I will measure 3 inches. So the reason why this is 3 inches, not 3.5, is that at the end, 1 inch is for the seam allowance, while 1/3, is 2.2, is not 3 inches, is 2¾ inches. That's a little mistake there, and I will explain why it's like that. 2¾ inches, Now, the reason why I'm starting it with 2¾ inches is that now the 1 inch out of this 2¾ is going to serve as my seam allowance, while the 1¾ is going to be half of the 3½ inches. If you remember the other time when I was marking the front panel, so that is just the essence. So that by the time I remove 1 inch here and I fix this 1¾ to the other side, it will give me what I expect. So that's just the reason. So from that 2¾ inches, at that very point, I'm going to mark 2 inches as our normal interval. Then I will now start by marking 3.5 inches. 2 inches, 3.5 inches, 2 inches. So I have 1, this is 2 interval, 2 inches, 1, another 2 inches, 2, another 2 inches here. So here I shall be marking, at this point here, I shall be marking 2 inches here. So I leave it like so. So the next thing is to take it to my machine and start the stitching. So the first thing I shall be doing, let me notch it, because this is the wrong side of this fabric and this is the right side, and I wouldn't want the right side to be stained. So it is preferable you use the wrong side of your fabric anytime you want to make a dress. So for me to be able to see it clearly, I will have to notch. Depends on you. You may decide not to notch, but that's just the reason why I'm doing the notching. So I'm going to notch. I will notch till I get to the end here. Now, as you can see right here, I've joined the top to the down part of this gown. As you can see, this is the band. I've fixed the band, I've attached the band to the front part or the front panel of this gown. This is the back, this is the back pieces. Now when I attach it, let me show you what I've done. This is what I did. I attached this to this and I sew it to this side. Exactly what I did there is what I also did here. So, and after that, remember I first attached this, I first stitched this to this. I also stitched this one to this and also to this before I now close it up. I attach this one, the band, and I close it up. So exactly what I did on the fabric is what I shall be doing on the interface. This serves as the down part. I'm going to attach this to this place, but because the length here is wider than the main fabric, so this one is going to be a pleated one, so that by the time I turn it to the fabric, it will be free, very free inward. So I'll have to pleat this before I will attach both the back pieces or the back panel and the front panel. Exactly what I did here. Or for the sake of convenience, you can first join both the front panel and the back panel pieces together this way. Can you see? I've joined it together this way, after which I will now attach this and I will pleat it on it. So by the time I'm through, I will show you. So I'm going to attach it this way. I'm going to stitch, then I pleat this because the length is longer than the real fabric. Can you see right now? I've attached the down part. I pleated it on the top interface. I pleated it on it because I told you that the width of this is longer than that of the main fabric. So this is what I've achieved. Then I turn it. So I will now place it on the fabric like so. See, right side to right side. Can you see? Right side to right side. I will now place it and I seal the neckline first. So that is the next thing I shall be doing. Then after stitching the neckline, I will now turn it and also stitch the shoulder line and other parts. Then I will now come to this place where I'm going to fix my zipper. From the base, I will close it up. From the base, can you see it? I'm going to sew 1 inch up to somewhere here. This is the joining. I'm going to leave from that joining, I'm going to leave like 5 inches. That is where I'm going to stop. By the time I start my stitching from the base, I'm going to stop somewhere there. So it is from there that I will now attach my zipper. Now this is what I shall be using to cut the top for the gown. Now the shoulder line is 12.5, and 12.5 divided by 2 gives me 12 and some inches, but I shall be using 6.5. I have it here. Then the length of the armhole line, I have it 6 inches. Now, sorry, I'm using this is 1/4 of the body circumference. So I have the bust of this particular one to be 28 inches, and 28 inches divided by 4 gives me 7 inches. So I have my 7 inches here, plus 1 inch for the seam allowance. Then for the waist, I will just move down to the bottom. The waist, I have the waist to be 24.5 inches. So by my calculation, I have it here, then plus 1 inch for the seam allowance. So what I'm going to do is to connect these lines together. Having connected the lines, then I curve. Having curved, I move to the neckline. I have the neckline 2.5 inches. Then I measure 3.25 inches. So less than 3.5. So this is for the front depth of the neckline. I'm going to measure that of the back. I have 1 inch for the back, 1 inch. That is the depth of the neckline at the back. So I will connect. So then I curve, and I also curve this. So the slope of the shoulder line, 0.5 inches, inch. I connect to here. So what I shall be doing is to cut out what I have here. Sorry, there's something omitted here. For the front armhole, I'm going to extend this line by 0.5 inches inward, 0.5 inch inward. I will connect straight, after which I curve. Then I make a curve right from this point. So I'm going to cut out. Then I will first cut the back, the depth of the back neckline. So I shall be using this to cut out the back panel of this top, after which I trim off here and also this to cut out the front panel. By the time I'm through, I will show you. Now, as you can see, I've already cut the back panel. Having cut the back panel, I added 1 inch for the zipper allowance. That's why you can see this is wider than the pattern I use. It's because when I was cutting, before I cut it, I added 1 inch. Let me show you. You see here I have almost 9.5 inches. Sorry. See, almost or 9.5 inches. Coming to this side, I have, see, 8.5 inches. It means I've added 1 inch for the zipper allowance. That's why I have it like that. Now, I've trimmed this out, using it to cut the front panel. You see the depth of the neckline, I use 3.3 plus. Then for the armhole, I make 0.5 inch inward a bit. So that is what I shall be using. This is what I shall be using to cut the front panel. So I'm going to place it. Remember, I told you this is just 1/4 of the body circumference. So I've folded my fabric into two like this. Then I place it this way. And I will cut the shape out. So I've cut out the shape. This is what I have. So I shall be cutting the interface of both the front panel and the back panel. Now I've cut out the interface for both the front and the back panel of the top gown. This is the interface for the front panel, but I would prefer, I've cut out two. This is going to be the first layer for the front panel, after which I use this as the final interface for the front panel. That is aside. I've also cut the interface for the back panel. Here is it, two pieces, because of the zipper, the essence of the zipper. So I have that, and I've also cut out the sleeve. The sleeve for this particular gown is going to be an overlap. This is going to be at the top, and as you can see, the length of this one on the top is shorter than the one under. So I have the length of this to be 6.5, while this is around 7.5 inches. So it's going to be placed this way, and it's going to be a nice sleeve. Now the next thing is to start the stitching properly. So I will take the down part of the gown. Now this is the down part, and this is the back panel. I'm going to start right from the edge here. Can you see? This is where my zipper is going to lie. So on that side, I'm going to place it on the down part of this gown, like so. Can you see me? Then I stitch up to, I'm going to leave 1 inch. I will stitch from this end to this place. I will leave 1 inch first. So I will come to the other side here. I will place it like so. I will stitch from this point. I stitch leaving 1 inch here. So by the time I am done, I will show you what I've achieved. Now we have come to the end of this tutorial. Here is what I finally got. The hand is an overlap. The sleeve is an overlap. Can you see? Can you see? So nice. So beautiful. And this is the back. I've fixed my zipper. This is what I have. So we have come to the end of this tutorial. If you like this video, click on the liking button to appreciate my work. If you have not subscribed before, subscribe to my channel so that each time I release a new video, you can have access to it. And make sure you turn on your notification bell so that you can have access anytime I release a new video. Thanks for watching this video. Bye.